What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Please do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button, as well as subscribe to my channel. Of course, have a conversation down in the comments section, and as always, follow me on Twitter. My username is ShutdownSafety. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Important day for me to do a video like this and talk to you. Also, you've got the fearsome foursome up on the screen. Off to your left, the man we lost recently, Deacon Jones, known as one of the most dominant players who actually defined a position in football, but also known, respected for his opinion off the field. So, a little congested today, but wanted to channel a little inner Deacon Jones, talk about my perspective on Madden 25 and really how I feel about this whole next generation of football games and how they settled with me. Now, first of all, whether you want to hear it or not, admit it or like it, in 7 years, EA Sports was not able to surpass NFL 2K5 despite having more powerful consoles, whether you look at the Sony or Microsoft platform. Now, that's not to say it's not better in certain places and areas, but I think you can look no further than the sidelines and listen to the commentary to see how some things stayed the same. Now, my last video, if you haven't had an opportunity to check it out, I recommend you take a look at it. I'm also going to put some other links down in the comment section for you to read and review as we get later on into this video. But I wanted to talk about two counterpoints that are made, not just in my videos, but really most any sim football critique video. And the first one is difficulty settings. And to me, this is a broken argument. From Pee-wee to Pro, certain aspects of the game stay the same. You know, sure, things are going to get more detailed, the game speed and player strength changes, but at the end of the day, the goal is still to score a touchdown. You know, the principles and foundations you learn as a kid are very similar to the ones you see executed by professionals. So to me, the difficulty level should change certain things. But when you talk about lead blocking, you know, they're going to be the same across the board. Now, the difficulty level should change the effectiveness of certain things, but not make them non-existent. And I think a lot of times that's what we see in Madden is rather than the effectiveness change, things just become not relevant to that part of the game. Now, secondly, is this dev team and 3-year plan business. Now, listen, I'm all for giving new guys a clean slate and a new chance and, you know, not blaming them for the mistakes made in the past. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to ignore the past just because I'm being told how bright the future is. You know, Ortiz and Cummings had 3-year plans too. You know, was I the only one under the impression that those two gentlemen were working toward simulation football? I mean, because that's what I was being sold on. You know, those are the back of the games I was reading, is that they were working toward simulation just as much as the current dev team. To me, the issue is not the 3-year plans, but the system that never allows those plans and lead developer visions to pan out. You know, when you look back at the game like that, it's easy to see how the game can progress, but not really improve. So, I mean, let's just compare Madden 11 to Madden 25, each of which fall in the middle of 3-year plans. So to do that effectively, I think we need to first go back to Madden 2010 because that's where we saw ProTac introduced, and this was going to be the catalyst for realism. Unique interactions like steering tackles, pocket formations, 9-man gang tackles. And then when Madden 11 came around, we were introduced to the dual stick control, which meant leaning, balance, special moves. All of these things were in place for the most control we ever had. So let's look at Madden right now. Last year, Madden 13, we saw the Infinity Engine implemented, real-time physics. You know, granted, this is only after another game was brought into the marketplace that had it, but that's a whole separate discussion. But right now, to me, we're right back to where we were 3 years ago. We've talked about unique interaction, gang tackles, no two tackles alike, and then the following year, here we are, Madden 25, and once again, we're talking about user control, run free. Stop me if you've heard this before. Leaning, balance, special moves are all now in place for the most control we've ever had. You know, the problem is the foundation that was laid in 2010 and 11 is gone. You know, those ideas and visions were never expounded upon. In all honesty, we're looking at a different product, but is it a better product? And I just don't know if any of us know the answer to that question. I mean, it's changed, but has it progressed into something that's going to be built upon and not just tossed aside the next time another team comes in and it doesn't exactly meet the vision they have for the game? So to close this out, you know, I've actually been impressed with this dev team. I've documented in multiple videos that, just Clint Oldenburg's willingness to watch, accept, even agree with my videos shows me that there's a different line of thinking in the building. Now, 3 years ago, we were all being told we were nitpickers and little sects in the community. But that also makes my critique of Madden 25, to me personally, a lot more important. And I want to share with you guys a motto that I hope we can incorporate into the community to show that, things can go wrong on a play and be talked about and shown constructively. Every flaw that gets pointed out in a game doesn't need to boil down to someone saying the game is broken and another person saying an excuse for what made it happen. So from this point forward, my videos, and hopefully the videos I inspire people to make, will be made with the understanding that criticism is not failure. Every time I criticize something, it doesn't mean I'm saying it failed. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you taking 6 minutes and 10 seconds out of your life or so to watch it. As I said in the beginning, I hope you enjoy. Happy 4th of July, and of course I'll be back in the week with more content.